sounds really raughty. Hiya folks, Tate here with Visordown.com. Welcome to some woods and a quick walk around of Honda's 2021 X-Adv. We've been very lucky. We didn't get to ride it on the launch because that happened whilst COVID was still more of a thing than it even is at the moment. So we couldn't get out to it, unfortunately, and the Italian and the Spanish and the French journos have all had a blast on it. But Honda very kindly put us first in the queue of the UK journos to try out the new 2021 model. As you can see, we are on plates Italiano, but that is down to the fact that this is one of the bikes that was on that press launch from a month or so ago. So what do we have? Well, it is obviously the Euro 5 version of probably the only proper adventure crossover scooter type thing on the road. And we've got a new look. We've got a Euro 5 engine. We've got more power than before for the XADV, so this is now putting out 57.7 bhp. You've got slight increase in torque as well, which is 51 pound-foot. The power and the torque, they all arrive about 500 or 600 rpm higher than the old model. What else has happened? I'll tell you what, from riding it just recently, well, just today basically, it sounds really nice. I think they've done something down here. I think there's some kind of acoustic resonator or something of that ilk, because as you'll hear, it sounds really raughty. And does sound rather nice. Another big difference for this year's model over the last one, we have got a revised look. So the 2021 XADV looks much more sleek and refined. We've also got this really complicated looking front screen, which is adjustable on the fly via the little knob on the side there. There is an A2 license compliant one, so 35 kilowatt, 47 bhp jobby, which is, to get that you just have to get the remap of the ECU, and that is something that can be changed once the rider has passed their full test. As you probably just saw, the 2021 also benefits from Honda Fireblade Stylee, also Africa Twin style TFT dash. So within there you get the Honda smartphone voice control system. We've got revised Honda selectable torque control modes in there as well. So that's your traction control settings. And the DCT shifting schedules have been improved or refined, whichever way you want to put it. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I was not the world's biggest fan of DCT until I rode the latest generation Africa Twin, which had got the latest generation DCT on it, and it was really quite eye-opening how good the system was. This system on this is really closely related to the NC750, because obviously it's the engine from the NC750 sort of commuter bike that's hidden underneath that adventure scooter bodywork that you can see there. It is very good. I mean, it doesn't do the old changing down middle of the corner and making you push wide that the first or early generation DCT systems sometimes had a tendency to do. The DCT on this is all linked into a lot more systems, and it knows what the bike is doing a lot better than the first ones. It's more intuitive and it's more clued up, shall we say, and it just works really well. You can still flick it into manual mode if you want to. I mean, even in sport mode, which is supposed to be the most sort of aggressive of the DCT settings on there, it still doesn't quite change down early enough. For me, there are some corners where you'd really want it to be in second or first, and it's trying to trundle around it in third, but you can just override the gearbox with the sort of the little buttons on the left-hand handlebar. I haven't really gone through and had a play with all the modes on it yet. I'll show you for why. I mean, they love a bit of complexity, don't they, at Honda? But yeah, it's going to take me a little while to get my head around that. Obviously, mode button on the left changes the just the riding modes, basic. But then when you want to get into the actual settings of each riding mode, the power, the engine braking, the torque control and the ABS and so on, you have to do something different. So I haven't fiddled with that yet because I've only been out on it to stick some fuel in it and grab some shopping, which is amply stored and ably stored in the massive underseat storage compartment that you can see just there. So that's it really. I mean, the whole premise behind this bike is that if you were a European motorcyclist and you were heading to the beach to go and have a day on the beach with your cooler and your other half on the back of the bike, the XADV was designed really so that when you got to the beach, you didn't have to stop at the car park. You could ride onto the beach and sort of park the bike up and take your food and your drink out of the underseat storage and sit down and have a nice day, and then hop back on the bike and ride back off the beach and onto the road. So, I mean, really green laning is not totally fair to it because it's not what it was designed to do. But we are in the process of talking to the good people at Pendine Sands, who are looking into letting us ride onto the beach where so many speed records have been set and everything else, just to see if it can actually ride on sand. Be interesting to check it out. The tyres look like they might just about be up for a little bit of not too deep sand, so we'll give it a go. Anyway, that's a little walk around, not really a first impressions because I've not ridden it as yet, but a quick sort of overview of the bike, what's new for this year, and stay tuned, there'll be more updates coming as we've got some more miles under our belt. Cheers folks.